everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Craft Parenting Podcast, a podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem. My name is Joe Ludwig, and with me is my lovely wife and co-host, Caroline. How's it going?
Pretty good. We are slowly making the new house our own. I still see a lot of boxes, but we have unpacked a few. So we're getting there.
I would say more than a few.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So it's a work in progress. The garage is a whole monster. There's
we have a 0-car garage, but I found my suitcase for my business trip, and that was the important thing.
Yeah, so you are going to Tennessee.
Yep. Cookeville, Tennessee. Middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. Okay.
Yeah. But I think there's 3 or 4 tap rooms there. I don't know whether they're local tap rooms or just Tennessee tap room.
I don't know what that means. If it's a tap room, I mean, it's local, obviously.
Yeah.
Do they brew their own beer there? I don't know.
I don't know either, but I will find out.
They probably have beer there. So you should go there and then call like you did.
Yeah, because there's Red Silo Brewing and Hicks Farm Brewery. I don't know. I'll find out more about those tomorrow. Wait, there's a Yelp list of the best 10 breweries in Cookeville, Tennessee? What? Oh, my goodness. Oh, these are distilleries, though, too.
Distilleries. Anyway, so this is episode 90. So we are just 10 episodes away from episode 100.
Oh, the NFL now has this awesome thing where they have a 3D score. So when they're zooming in on the field, it looks like they have the TV in the center of the stadium like they do on basketball and hockey games and stuff. But when they zoom in, it stays in the same spot. So it's oh, is it there or is it fake? Who knows? The Eagles 49ers game is currently tied.
All right.
We might get some color commentary about the game during the recording. We'll see if things get interesting.
What are you I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, because you turned around too late. I'll try to poke you if it pops up soon.
Okay. So episode 90. That's insane. We've done more episodes, obviously. We've done the bonus episodes.
Yeah, we have bonus episodes.
And you just dated us. So we're talking about the NFC Championship.
Yeah, the AFC Championship is later in the day. And we will have a bonus episode that probably releases before this one where we're day drinking. So time is a construct in podcast landia.
Yeah, you just told everyone our secret. So this is going to come out in February.
And we already know the results of this game. So future us, let us know.
Everyone who is listening will already know.
And the beeps are the timers for the football-oriented snacks that we have in the oven.
That's
because
right.
Football.
Am I pausing?
You can talk if you want. Talk about how we did the day trip.
Well, first, we are going to talk all about our oldest child, our daughter Lily, and just give a quick update about how preschool is going. It's about halfway through the year, a little more than halfway. So we just wanted to give an update.
Yep.
Draw that line in the sand.
Lines will be drawn.
Yeah, and then at the end of the year, we'll give an update about the entire year. Let's dive in and get started. Hey everyone, Joe Ludwig here with the one and only Caroline.
Hey!
Before we get to the main topic of today's episode, we wanted to pause briefly and tell you about how you can support the show.
So if you enjoy listening to the podcast and reading our blog posts every week, then you now have the opportunity to support the show through Buy Me a Coffee. Here's what you need to know. It's super easy to do. You don't have to set up an account to contribute. You have options. Send us a one-time donation or sign up as a member to contribute on a monthly or yearly basis. Plus, you can unlock exclusive content.
To learn more about how you can support the Craft Parenting Podcast through Buy Me a Coffee, click the link in the show notes. And now, back to the show.
Oh, there was an episode. I just listened to it. It was the one with our year in review where the transition music was super slow.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Because I was like, I have this on 1.6 speed, but this sounds really slow.
So just a peek behind the curtain on that. When I edit our podcast, I smush the audio so that it's basically at double speed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to listen to an hour or hour and a half of audio. It's just like 45 minutes of audio.
Yeah.
And it's just so I can quickly, cut odd pauses out. And if you say something strange, I can cut it out. Or if I say something,
I never say anything strange. Potato.
Like
kumquat.
ums and ers and awkward pauses. I cut all that out. Or I try to. Sometimes, like in that instance, I guess I just stretched it too much because you stretch it to 100%. I guess I stretched the transition. I grabbed it when I was clicking.
Mm-hmm. I still love you.
Editing audio is fun.
Yeah. And you want to add video to the mix. It'll be interesting. So we recently went on a day trip to Chillicothe because we could. The kids had a blast playing in the parks up there. And we visited Old Capitol Brewing and got a crowler of their Slam Dunkel beer. It is 6.0% ABV, and their description from Facebook is, "Another new beer is on the horizon. Everyone say hello to our new beer, Slam Dunkel." Not to toot our own horn too loudly, but we may have an instant classic on our hands here. Right in time for this chilly weather, we proudly introduce Slam Dunkel, featuring pleasant, toasty notes paired with a wonderfully malty sweetness that washes down clean and crisp. Our Dunkel is sure to make your day, so find your way down to us and try one right away. So they had the beer debut during their NBA Jam tournament the day we were in town. But we were out and about there before the NBA Jam tournament.
Yes.
Well, no, I think we were there during the NBA Jam tournament. We were there during the tournament because when we came back, the tournament was over. We suggest getting here early because this beer is sure to sell out soon because of how delicious it is. And it is very delicious.
I mean, it's a Dunkel. It's like you just described. It's toasty. It's a lager, so it's really crisp and clean.
Yeah. And when we were there, like I posted on Instagram, we got some Dora beers. I got a Jenny from the Block because that was a session IPA that I knew I wouldn't want to get a crowler of because then I'd have to drink the whole thing. Which was their collaboration with 50 West's brewer Jenny, who's right down the block. So they both have it on the tap room, and it is called Jenny from the Block.
Okay. So that's the 50 West collab.
Yes, that is the 50 West Chillicothe collab.
Okay.
I doubt that you'll be able to find it at 50 West in Cincinnati.
Okay.
So they're putting stats up, and I didn't know that, and it said it was 93 to 93, and I was like, what just happened? It was passing yards or something like that. So yeah, this is a really yummy beer. Dunkel is still like my favorite style of beer today. It changes based on the day.
It changes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better than a 3-day-old White Claw.
I was gonna say
that I'm not.
You're like double fisting.
Okay, I fell asleep a lot. So I opened a White Claw, and then I fell asleep putting one of the kids to bed. So I put it in the fridge and said, I'll finish this tomorrow. And then I had like 3 sips of it, and then I fell asleep putting the kids to bed again. And this was the drink that I started off my morning with. Was a 3-day-old White Claw.
Your morning with? You didn't have it.
No,
out
I
this
didn't have any
morning.
this morning. That was this afternoon. Sorry, this is what I started my day drinking off with.
Yes.
And it was still like half full. This is how much I drink. I drink so much.
She does a keg stand like every night.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Joe has to like help me stumble into bed because I drink so much. So now that we've talked about my drinking problem, let's move on. It's mostly a problem because I have to drink a lot of flat things, so I don't get to enjoy them with carbonation.
That is a problem. I mean, like, I don't understand.
It was a half full can. I didn't want to waste it.
I almost poured it out, honestly, because I noticed it in their fridge.
And I wouldn't have been mad at you.
I'm like, it's a seltzer. I mean, it doesn't have any carbonation, probably.
It doesn't. It still tastes like lime, though. Sorry, natural lime.
That's the whole point of a seltzer, though. It's the bubbles.
Yeah, this is also true. So, Lily is in preschool still. She got to go back, and she's been there ever since. We don't let her home anymore. She just lives at preschool.
She lives at preschool. She probably would like that.
So she flip-flops. Most times you ask Lily what she thinks about preschool, she loves it. It's her favorite thing ever, and she can't wait to go back. But occasionally, like before we're going to bed or early in the morning, she's like, I don't want to go preschool. When I'm like, oh, we got to go to bed so you can wake up in the morning and have tons of fun at preschool. And she's like, I don't want to go preschool. I want to stay home. And I'm like, Lily, you love preschool. So like if she does that at night, the whole car ride to school is how much she loves preschool and she's so excited for her day. But if she doesn't do that at night, it's like 75-25 as to whether she enjoys preschool or is like, no, I don't want to go to preschool. But like, I don't have to fight her to get in the van or to get out of the van to go into her school. And she's like, bye, Mom. Like, she's not even like, hey, I want to give you a hug or anything. She's like, bye, Mom, and just runs into school. Like, doesn't even look back. Like, I have to be like, Lily, I love you. Have a good day. Bye. And she's like, bye, Mom. Bye.
Go away, Mom.
Yeah. And we're slowly learning her classmates' names. We think she's not great at pronouncing their names yet.
Yeah.
But she's working on it.
She is working on it for sure. One of my favorite things, the internet so according to the internet, it's the terrible twos. It's 3-nager. The 4-NATO. And 5's okay. Is there a 1? No. It just starts at 2. Yes. So the 3-nager, and I can totally understand this because I ask her all the time, how is preschool? What did you do? I don't know. Well, what'd you do, Lily? Just did you play with your friend? I don't know. Who did you play with? I don't know. Did you have fun? I don't know.
Was this girl there? Yeah, I played with her at the bakery. Okay, if I ask her like very direct questions, sometimes she knows. But in flip side, she remembers things a lot better. Not necessarily like what she said, like what she did during the day. Like she won't necessarily always divulge that information. But if she has stuff in her backpack, she always wants to show me when she gets home, when I get home. It's like, Mommy, look what I did. And then she'll tell me about her thing that she did. And like, because the Bengals are in the playoffs, they've been doing a lot of Bengal-centric crafts. So she's like,
as of this recording. So she'll like, Stephen and Hillary came over and she's like, I want to show you my cat. And we're like, what? And I'm like, I color cat at school. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, let's find that so we can so you can show it to Uncle Stephen and Aunt Hillary.
And she also remembers that she made the project at the start of the school year when we were like going through all of her Christmas crafts. Actually, no, it was all her like Thanksgiving-y crafts. I was like, what's this? And she's like, oh, it's turkey. Did you make this? No. I have photos of you making this craft. You totally made this craft. You just don't remember. So now she remembers that she made the thing and like what she did to help make the thing. Because it's still very much like paced together with help from like adult person.
Yeah.
But they are doing more cutting and coloring and stuff like that. Like more cutting. And then she semi knows when we're close to places that we need to go to. So she can, like, she knows if I take a different way to go to preschool. She's like, this is not way to my preschool. I'm like, well, mommy's taking this way because traffic or whatever.
That's part of the three-nager.
Yeah.
The peanut gallery.
Yeah. Today she told us that we needed to just be nice. Because I was like, hey, Joe, can you put on the map? And he's like, you don't need the map. You know where we are. And I'm like, I know, but like, I want to like see the map.
So that's not how it went. You said, can you plug...
Plug in a phone. I want to see the map.
I thought your phone was in. Joe, plug in your phone.
And then Lily's telling us for the next 5 minutes, just be nice. Be nice to each other. Be nice, Daddy. Be nice, Mommy.
The other day, I don't even know what I did, but she told me, Dad, you're ridiculous.
She told you were impossible.
Oh,
you texted me. She told you that you were impossible.
I'm impossible. Sorry.
Because you wouldn't let her sit on the table. She wanted to sit on the table and you said no. And she told you that you were impossible.
So that's fun.
It totally is.
Three-nager.
Yeah. Which is, she's very observant and it's hard to trick her. And she will call you out on your ish. If you're like, I don't know. And she's like, you do know though. Like, spill the tea. Let me know. Or help me do this thing that I know you're actively helping me not do because I'm not supposed to do it. She
doesn't understand kidding though, because
he was so mean.
Because my dad he had like a brownie sundae or something.
Your mom ordered tiramisu. It was like 3 mini tiramisus, one for her, one for you, one for me, and a chocolate brownies and a brownie sundae for the kids to split with your dad.
Yes.
Waitress delivers the food. Your mom is in the middle of splitting the food up, and what does your dad do?
He says, this is all mine.
And Lily just starts bawling her eyes out. And he's not letting the jig up. He's like, nope, this is all mine. Like, Lily doesn't get any. As Joe's mom is scooping brownie and ice cream into a bowl for Lily. And we're like, dude, you can't do that with her yet. She does not know the difference, and this is just mean. Like she is feeling some feelings right now, and she was not a fan.
She thought he was not kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't kid with her yet.
Yeah, not about like stuff that she super cares about.
Yeah.
Like you can say, like you can put like a shoe on your head, and she's like, oh, Mama, what are you doing? That's silly. We can laugh about it. But yeah, when it comes to like food and stuff, no, do not. She gets that from me.
Yeah.
But in addition to being really good at kidding around now with like, I'm going to do a silly thing and see what she does. She has an imagination that has blossomed like crazy.
Yes.
For Christmas from her Omi, she got a little mini coffee maker because I figured she would enjoy making coffee since we always go to the coffee shops. And like there's one at Java Jackets that she likes to play with as we're walking out the door. And I'm like, no, we got to go home now. So now she has her own. So she loves to bring us coffee and hot cocoa.
Yes.
So today she brought me a triple shot of coffee.
Yes.
Like she specifically said, it's 3 shots. And then she later
missed that.
Yeah. And then she later said, you stand right here and we have hot cocoa together. And gave me a cup that did not have a little pretend coffee pod on it. So I knew it was just hot cocoa. Because the first one had 3 little coffee pods on it.
Oh my goodness.
And she's like, and I started to sip it with coffee pods on it because that's originally how we played this game. And she said, no, you have to take them off. I said, oh, sorry, my bad. The rules changed. Did not realize. And then she'll like, we'll be hanging out and she'll be like, you Oma, I call you. You go over there. And then I'll have to have a conversation with her as if I'm her Oma or her grandma. Or me. Sometimes I get to be me. Interesting. And today was Zoe doggy daddy. And she was trying to pretend like Zoe was her doggy daddy. And Zoe had some feelings about that and was not totally there for it. Oh, that thing. See? That's their new.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like 3D effects.
This is Fox though, at the dancing robot, right?
Ah, okay, yes, that makes more sense. I don't know.
Fox has different graphics than CBS does.
Yeah, I made the YouTube TV play the sports ball game. That's all that I know.
Well, this is Fox. Yeah.
Okay.
So you won't see that on like a CBS.
Correct, because they have different graphics.
Yeah.
And then so while Zoe was doggy daddy and Lily was the doggy, apparently I was on the puppy bus while I was sitting at the kitchen table eating dinner or eating lunch, which was news to me.
Yeah.
And
you were like almost done with lunch.
I was like 3/4 of the way through lunch, and she's like, Mommy, you on puppy bus? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm eating lunch right now, so I'm not on the puppy bus. I'm eating my lunch. She's like, no, you on puppy bus. You're not allowed to eat lunch. You're not allowed to eat on puppy bus. And I'm like, but I was here eating my lunch first. Let me eat my food, please. And then yesterday she kept handing me pretend kitties. So I would set them on my shoulder so they could see while I walked around the house.
Invisible pretend kitties.
They are very much invisible pretend kitties. And, this was in the morning before we got in the van. Because it was before we were on our way to Chillicothe. And so when we're on our way to Chillicothe, I was like, oh, Lily, do you want your kitties back? And attempted to hand her back her pretend kitties. And she said, no, you keep them. So I put pretend kitties back on my shoulder, thinking that I had 2 or 3 pretend kitties on my shoulder. I said, Lily, how many kitties do I have on my shoulder? To which she said 10. And I was like, that's a lot of cats to be responsible for. I don't know how I feel about this.
Are you allergic to pretend kitties?
Fortunately, I am not allergic to pretend kitties, but I am very much allergic to real kitties. So,
okay, that's good.
Lily very much wants a kitty in this house, to which I have had to say no multiple times because Mommy cannot live with a cat.
Wow.
She's going to have a bad time.
Yeah. I don't know.
Make friends with somebody who has a cat and you can hang out with their cat.
I don't know. I mean, she might be allergic to cats. We don't really know.
We don't know either. Yeah, so we will see.
Is our allergies like genetic?
I think it's a combination of that and like what you're exposed to as a small child / in utero. Because I know if like I eat a bunch of peanuts and walnuts and like tree nuts and stuff, the kids, while I'm pregnant, the kids are less likely to be allergic to those things.
Well, you had Nutella and peanut butter all the time.
I made peanut butter double-decker sandwiches, which is bread, thick peanut butter, thick jelly, bread, thick peanut butter, thick jelly, bread.
Nutella
and then I would have a
walnuts,
second
right?
standard peanut butter and jelly sandwich as a snack. Or it would be a peanut butter and Nutella sandwich as a snack. What some people would consider a lunch was my snack.
Yeah. Nutella is walnut, right? Or it's so peanut butter is peanuts.
Yeah, Nutella is
hazelnut.
Hazelnut. Yeah, I was like, that's not right, but I can't remember what it is. Hazelnuts. It's totally hazelnuts.
It's hazelnut and chocolate.
Yeah.
So that's a tree nut, right?
Yeah. So yeah. So the kids are, as far as we know, they have 0 food allergies. And then, so Lily's love of imaginary kitties and then just animals in general. She's very much a big fan still. We have lots of deer in our backyard now. She likes to watch those.
Does she watch them?
Not as much as Bubba does.
We haven't been here that long.
We haven't been there super long.
I didn't know if, if she was sleeping or what. because we were trying to fall asleep just an hour ago, and there was...
Oh, I sat on the back porch, and there were, at one point, between our yard and our neighbor's yard that I could see from where I was sitting, there were 6 deer. And then, like, a 6 or 8 point buck walked right by the playset.
Yeah.
And, like, they let me hang out on the edge of the deck and take video of them while I was whisper talking. I might have been able to talk in a regular voice, and they would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the Eagles are going to make this a hard game for San Francisco. It's currently 20-7.
Oh, they scored.
They scored again, yeah.
They got the fumble.
Yeah, we'll see whether they go for 2 or 1. So Lily loves animals, and the new house especially lets her see a lot more wildlife than she's used to seeing at the old house. We see a lot more than just squirrels.
They are going for 2. That's arrogant.
A little bit. I mean, there's 10 seconds left in the half, so I don't know. They can do what they want.
Oh, he's not. Why isn't he happy? What's
Maybe they weren't ready to go in time. Not sure. Because they just had to use a timeout, but it's like you have 3 timeouts and there's 10 seconds left in the half.
Yeah.
Oh, or are they challenging it?
Oh, did they get the challenge?
Oh, I don't know if he stepped in. He might have just stepped out. He crossed over it, but he never actually put a foot.
So why did he call the timeout then? I
don't know. But the coach lost his mind. He lost his gum, according to the people talking right now on the closed captions. So Lily is also more controlling of her baby brother and how she's allowed to play and how he's allowed to play. This does apply to everyone though. So
yes.
like when I ate hot cocoa with her earlier, I had to stand right here. And when I'm on the phone with her, I have to be right there. I can't walk from room to room. I have to stay in whatever room she assigns me. So if I'm trying to get things done while I'm on the pretend phone with my daughter, sometimes she says no. You can't do that.
It's really funny because when they grab our phones, they put it up to their ear.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know that's what it is. But I never do that. Do you do that?
Usually when I'm on the phone, yeah, I try to keep it on my ear so I can...
I always do a speakerphone.
Yeah, I think your mom does speakerphone a lot too. But maybe she does. I mean, she's probably who they'd see on the phone the most. Well, my mom, I don't think my mom does speakerphone, and she takes calls from people all hours of the day because she's constantly calling some relative about something.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she sees your mom doing it. But I never do speakerphone. And in the car, it's, Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm. And then, so like rules do not go both ways. So if Bubba's not allowed to do something, she's allowed to do the thing. And we're like, Lily, that's not exactly how this works out. And we're having lots of conversations about how like she wants to play with his toys and he's chasing after her screaming. And we're like, Lily, no, you have to give him his toy back because he would like to play with his toy. Just like you sometimes don't want him to play with your toys, he sometimes doesn't want you to play with his toys. So if you want him to not play with your toys when you don't want him to play with them, you have to not play with his toys when he doesn't want you to play with them.
And he's very attached to puzzles.
Puzzles are like his jam right now.
Yeah.
There's this little 9-piece wooden puzzle that all he does is carry that thing around. And he attempts to put it together, which he's getting a lot better at. But he will hand you pieces to put it together. So this morning when we're making breakfast, Lily's sitting at the table and Elliot is handing her pieces 2 and 3 at a time to assemble this puzzle.
They actually work together.
They do.
Like as much as a 2-year-old and 3-year-old can work together.
Yeah.
But they pretty much they collaborated. It was really cute.
Yeah, they're super growing together and it is adorable. And then so yesterday when we were in Chillicothe at Yakutangi Park, they have this awesome playground area that has like 5 or 6 different play sets. And Lily was able to do most of the things that she wanted to do on her own. She still needed help with the swings, but that was partially because like the swings were like chest high. Yeah. So I had to help her get onto the swing and then I pushed her. But she was like, higher, mommy, higher.
Oh, God.
And then at some point she was like, this is high enough. And I said, okay, that's fine.
She knows what she wants.
She really does. And then she like made a friend and we're like, what's your friend's name? I still don't know what the girl's name was. Maybe like Rylan or something like that. I don't know. But they were just running all over the park together for like 20 or 30 minutes.
That's another thing that I've noticed. She interacts with other kids a lot more and a lot better.
Yeah.
Than before she went to preschool.
And part of that's just her age and now where she is, but it's also that like I'm used to playing with other kids. I'm getting better at having to wait my own turn and understand that while I can't do it now, I will get to do it soon.
Yeah, so the social aspect is like night and day. And it might be age, it might be a combination of age and her experience in preschool.
Yeah.
Because we took her to like West Fork Park, before preschool, and she would just, not interact with anyone.
Like she'd chase after the other kids and try to like see what they were doing and understand what was going on. But she wouldn't like be like, hey, let's hang out and play and do all this stuff together. And now the other girl was more instigating what they were doing because I think the other girl was a little bit older than her. But
I don't know. She was in a pull-up.
But based on her teeth, I would say she was a little bit older than Lily.
Maybe. Why do you say that?
Because her teeth were far apart. Like she was about to lose a tooth to get a big person tooth. Versus Lily's are pretty much tightly spaced together. So, but like Lily was like super happy to like go run around with this girl. And was like very unhappy that we had to leave the park. And I'm like, well, Lily, time to go. It's getting late. And neither of the children had napped yet. And we're like, we want you guys to nap while we're driving back home.
Yeah.
So we're going to go pick up some crowlers to go, which is how we got some beers from Old Capitol Brewing to bring into Cincinnati. And so once we got them in the car, they were pretty much out.
Yeah, they were both like out. I think they were mostly sleeping on the entire trip home.
Yeah, Bubba woke up like 20 minutes before we got home. And I don't know if that was because he wanted to wake up or he was just like, I don't want to be in this position anymore. But he couldn't move. And then the last thing about preschool is the preschool plague. It's not great, but Lily's doing a lot better now, and we're hoping next school year things will be a lot better.
Yeah.
Because she missed a week around Halloween, so she missed all their Halloween parties.
Yes.
We never actually wore our costumes as costumes. I think she's wearing her Sally dress as just a dress, and I don't know where Elliot's jammies are. I need to find those because I bought him like 3 or 4 jammies that had a red and black striped shirt. So he was Linus. Oh. And he should probably be wearing those. Because he needs.
I don't know where a lot of things are.
That is the biggest problem. And then she missed the preschool concert.
The Christmas concert.
Yeah, the Christmas concert. But she knows all the songs.
She knows all the songs, and she went to the parties, the Christmas parties.
Mm-hmm. She made it to the Christmas parties, which was good. And so she will randomly start singing Go Tell It on the Mountain. And it is adorable. And We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And there's like 2 or 3 other songs too, but those are the 2 that she brings up the most.
We went to church this morning and we were in the parking lot and it was kind of misting. It wasn't like raining. It was just like very moist and kind of spitting. Mm-hmm. And she was like, it's raining, it's pouring.
The old man is snoring. And actually what she did to me the other day, was that yesterday? Or was that like Friday? Might have been Friday. So she was singing. She had me sing It's Raining, It's Pouring while she was singing about the old man who goes to bed and bumps his head. Because there's a Barney episode where they do that, where like they sing both the songs at the same time. and she was having me sing one song while she sang the other song. And I tried to sing the song that she was singing, and she said, no, you sing this song. I was like, okay then, honey, we're getting complicated with our songs here. Understood.
She hasn't watched that in a while.
No,
either.
but she pulls out songs really randomly too, and it's like, where'd you learn that song? At Preschool. Or where'd you learn that song? I made it up. That's a song that everybody knows, so no, you didn't. But or like you'll ask her about the same song, and she'll say Preschool, she made it up, like grandma, like she'll change it up. Who taught it to her? She'll change up her story.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first story she tells is usually the right one, but I don't know. But that's that. Oh, geez, that's our update for Preschool so far. And then we're gonna. That was just I dropped my phone because it's slippery, and
because I looked over here, I'm like, did I bump something?
No, it's so like this can be like a blooper thing or whatever. I was very confused by the phrase Butterfingers as a small child. Like when you dropped stuff a lot, somebody would say, "Oh, you got Butterfingers," because I thought that they were talking about Butterfinger the treat, which is very sticky on your teeth and like hard to get off of things. And I'm like, but that's really sticky. And it wasn't until I interacted with butter more that I understood that they were saying, oh, like you have butter on your actual fingers, which is why they're so slippery.
That's interesting.
I'm giving you some high quality content right here, Joe.
High quality content. All right.
Just like some high quality H2O that you can get from, oh my goodness, the water boy, Bobby Boucher. Right?
It's been a very long time since I thought about that movie, but that sounds right, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Adam Sandler classic. You know, Adam Sandler, is it Sandler?
Sandler. Sandler.
Sandler, so I was saying it right. He made some goofy movies in the 90s, and now he's like a serious actor. Like he's winning awards.
They've been doing that. I don't know.
Like he's like,
not
like Emmys, but like favorite actor awards and stuff like that.
A lot of comedians have a more serious side. It's just a matter of how much they show it.
Like he did Little Nicky.
Yeah.
And it's a funny movie, but it's awful. The plot is awful.
It's a lot ridiculous. But okay, let's bring this ship home so we can start DEY drinking. That does it for this week's show. Thanks so much for listening. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Craft Parenting Podcast. You can also get a hold of us via email, which is craftparentingpodcast@gmail.com.
If you like what you hear, please leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or your podcatcher of choice.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, make sure to comment, like that video, and then subscribe to the channel. I don't think you can leave a rating.
I don't know.
On YouTube. If you'd like to send us stuff, such as fan mail, craft supplies, or sanity, we have a P.O. box.
All of this information is available on our website, www.craftparentingpodcast.com.
And that's where we will post the show notes. Plus, we sometimes write blog posts about some of the stuff that doesn't make it in the podcast.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, I am at CraftParentingJoe.
And I am at Caroline Creates Crafts on Instagram, apparently.
And with that, I'm Joe.
And you're Caroline.
See you next time on the Craft Parenting Podcast.